The new minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Wike, who was sworn in on Monday by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to assume his role as minister, set social media buzz after stating during a press conference that any house built in contravention of the city's master plan will be demolished. Wike made the comments soon after he was inaugurated.
All those people who are distorting the master plan of Abuja, too bad, too bad. If you know you are built where you're not supposed to build, it will go down. It will go down. Be a minister of anywhere, be an ambassador. If you know you have developed where you're not supposed to develop, your house must go what? Down. Those who have taken over the green areas to build, sorry, our parks must come back. The green areas must come back. If you hate green, you must hate yourself. So if you know you have anybody who is involved that have taken over the green areas, have taken over the parks, to where you now do restaurants, no, we will not accept that. Sorry. I will take one or two questions only, because I'm getting hungry. Let me not be talking now. I faint. They say the minister has fainted. and that will come out in the front page of this day, and I rise to carry the first page. You know, those people are fighting me up and down, I know. So that's why I'm fully prepared as I came. I will not faint. Yes, two questions.
Governor Wike, we're not fighting you. But let me tell you, it's not just Arise. This Day journalist also asked the question. I'll take a tweet from Ayekoto, who wrote, "This Day journalist, which flag are you going to hang in your office, APC or PDP?" Wike said to This Day, you have followed me here again. This is the only question your people sent you here to ask? Okay, give me any flag, APC, PDP, or even LP. I'll hang it as long as FCT is moving forward. Let me take another tweet. This is from Daniel Wala, who wrote, "To whom it may concern, hello, sir. In case you need refresher course, the basic needs of the residents of the FCT are affordable healthcare facilities, access to good education facilities, clean sports and recreational centers, affordable transport service system, efficient and walkable street light in the city center and the suburbs, and finally, security." You came with a bullish and vendetta spirit, venting fire and brimstone about demolition and revocation of titles. Abuja is not Port Harcourt. If you create chaos in the city, you will jeopardize your principal's interest, and he will be forced to sacrifice your job, or you will learn humility on the job. Kayode, over to you. I mean, that video actually got me because he was threatening to demolish these structures, and people were applauding. Kayode.
You know, that was the first thing. I said, why are people clapping? Nigerians, we have a penchant for pretension and for egging on people who are doing nonsensical things. Yes, sir. When you have a situation where you have a former governor who's now been made minister of FCT, and all he's interested in, you put it really perfectly well, Rufai. What is the situation in terms of data collection in Abuja? Daniel Bwala, PDP member, stated it as well. List of health facilities in Abuja. If you go, I go to Abuja regularly. If you see some of the hospitals in Abuja, there are no facilities there. You have to pay for water. If you want drips, you pay. Everything you pay. You can't get anything. And here is Wike coming in, first day in office. He has not done any assessment analysis of what the problems are, what the people of Abuja need. None at all. All he's interested in is, I will destroy your property. Whether you're ambassador, you're minister, you're governor, I don't care. So definitely, some of the former governors from his state and other places, they should watch out because he's going to target them. That's the impression he's given. Mr. President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, call your man to order. Tell him that what you've put him there to do is to make Abuja a quintessential and a very special place that people want to travel to. Transport system, what is it? They're still using Keke Napep in Abuja. There shouldn't be any. There should be rail line. There should be all kind of things.
He's supposed to go to the airport. They've not used it in a while.
He should focus on the things that matter to the people. That should be his priority.
Well, more on the ministerial screening. The Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Dele Alake, defended his ministerial appointment on Monday, stating that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu gave him the position because he is the president's most trusted ally in light of the ministry's strategic position to Nigeria's economic renewal.
My portfolio has been the major shocker in this entire cabinet, assignment of portfolios and all of that. However, I can tell you authoritatively, it's deliberate. My portfolio is deliberate. Now, everybody knows, at least those who have analytical minds and who are following global trends in economic development, hydrocarbons are going down. Oil, petroleum is going down globally in the economic sector. Now people are moving away from those areas. Now you have electric cars, you have alternative fuel, you have gas, you have everything, which means our over-reliance on oil is going to be detrimental to the growth of the Nigerian economy moving forward. So what is the next bet? It is solid minerals. That's the next oil of Nigeria. Now, with this critical sector in mind, who will the president put there? The person he trusts most. The person who has a passion in his own estimation, who has a sense of responsibility, the knowledge, the vision, the courage to drive that sector and harness those critical resources for the benefit of Nigeria. And that's why I'm here.
All right, now we know why Dele Alake is in that position. I mean, it did cause a lot of controversy. I know you're saying, wow, but earlier I heard you talk about the fact that, people were jubilating, not knowing what they're coming to do is war. Let me just take Wale Edu's celebration.
Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the union makes us strong. Solidarity forever.
All right, Ayo, over to you. Rufai's jaw. Rufai, just close your jaw a little bit.
Okay, so interesting day yesterday. Whilst we're still on air, the ministers were being inaugurated at State House, State House Hall. Now, one of the things I must say is that, first of all, congratulations. Second of all, you had to get, working immediately. I found it a bit interesting that we had lavish parties. Today's newspapers are heavy because we have congratulatory messages. And that's okay, because people will congratulate you when you've been given such a responsibility and an honor. It's an honor to serve your country. However, I believe that instead of celebration at this point, the ministers should be more focused on the arduous task ahead of them. Because Nigeria is in such a situation whereby anyone who gives you the responsibility to be part of government, it's almost like punishment because there are a lot of things and there's a lot of responsibility on your shoulders. So let's save the parties until after your tenure. If you do well, we'll roll the drums out and roll the red carpet for you. If you don't do well, then it will be a stain on your reputation. Now, going to Mr. Dele Alake with regards to his response to why he was appointed as Minister for Solid Minerals. We've talked about the fact that this is perhaps one of the many critical portfolios given by this particular administration. And I dare say that it's also a ministry that would have benefited immensely from a technocrat who understands the working of that industry. But I also must mention, as I said earlier when the first announcement came, that it's an opportunity perhaps for him to pivot. If you look at his antecedents, his history, since coming to politics, he's been saddled oftentimes with the ministry or the responsibility of information, strategy, in some instances, communication. In fact, initial appointment under this administration was SA on media and publicity, and now he's gone on to Solid Minerals. Surprise, surprise of this particular announcement. I'm hoping, Mr. Dele Alake, that with how jubilant you sound and look in the video when following your inauguration, it would make you become more in terms of your responsibility. Take on this responsibility. You have advisors. You might not have experience in this area, so you have people whom you can listen to. Away with the detractors, away with the naysayers, and face the job ahead of you. It's a huge task, and I hope that you can deliver. I wish you all the best.
Rufai, over to you.
I mean, my mouth opened and was like, that Mr. Dele Alaki could actually say, because he's the one closest to the president and he's the most trusted. And he's been a communication expert all these years to know that there are some things you don't say in public. Do you know how other people will take that? So other people are not as close as you are? Is that it now? I mean, even if you wanted to justify, you will have said, oh, I am humbled by this, it's a challenge, and I'll see what I can do about it. So is it based on the president trusting you, now that he gives you a very important ministry like Solid Minerals, or your competence, that a lot of people are questioned? Solid Minerals is not Joko, it's not Moi Moi, it's not Akara. You'll be dealing with top mining companies on the world. You'll be reviewing documents about sustainability. You'll be working with the likes of Rio Tinto, top world miners, sustainability documents, talking with the United Nations and some other international bodies. Also talking with financial companies all around the world to be able to raise revenue. Also dealing with environmental effects, environmental degradation. Also dealing with a blowback as regards developmental prospects while you are trying to also meet your quota. And this, a lot of people feel, should at least be given to somebody that have played in areas like finance, in areas like sustainability and environment, or probably has experience as regards even the international mining corporations of the world. And all you say that your claim to fame on this is because the president trusts you are the most trusted. If you are the most trusted, why didn't they give you Ministry of Finance? If you are trying to justify Solid Mineral. Because yes, finance has a lot of problems and bottleneck. Now, Nigeria's finance is there. They will have given you Ministry of Finance. These are some of the things that ministers should not say. And coming from him is even more shocking because this is a man that has done information management all his life. Furthermore, they have set timelines for him. Lithium mining is one of them. Probably if we can bring on the cards, possibility of Elon Musk coming here. Also, there are other solid minerals. Our money that has been frittered away in gold, that has been taken away, and some other things we have in Nigeria. At least let's even set a target for him. Let him give us 20 to 40 to 50 billion dollars a year.
All right, then we'll take another story. To implement the distribution of palliatives to cushion the effects of fuel subsidy removal, concerns are being raised as to the actual impact of the palliatives on the most vulnerable. In Kwara State, 1,200 bags of rice were distributed over the weekend to 16 local government areas. Each local government area has 12 wards, which comes down to 8 bags of rice to each ward.
Bàtàwádọ́hún, wọ́n wá ní ìjọba àpapọ̀ ní ṣe federal government. Wọ́n fún ìpínlẹ̀ Kwara ní 1,200 bags of rice. Ẹgbẹ̀rún kan àtọgọ́rùn-ún méjì àpò ìrẹsì. Tó dàjí báàgì, wọ́n wá tó wọ́n ní 36 ike ní wà nínú báàgì kan. Wọ́n wá so àgùnbẹ́dẹ́wò Gà Odòta àti Adéwọlé housing estate. Wọ́n pín ìdíwọ́ fún wa. Wọ́n so papọ̀. So àwọn mẹ́ta àwa pín ìlàjì báàgì. Ìlàjì báàgì tí wọ́n pín o. Ike mẹ́fà kan gbogbo àgùnbẹ́lẹ́wò lápapọ̀. Ìrántí tó kan gbogbo àgùnbẹ́lẹ́wò ni.
There needs to be an explanation to this. Well, in Lagos State, the chairman of Shomolu Local Council, Abdul Hamed Salau, came under fire after videos of subsidy palliative distribution at a primary school went viral. In the videos, a crowd of people, allegedly from different parts of the state, were seen trampling on each other while packaged food items were thrown at them. There's more story to this. The Lagos state government is saying that it was a controlled environment, but the fact remains that, that happened. I guess those people were not part of the council, and they came there, and they came at the end of the distribution. But, well, more on palliatives. In Kaduna State, Governor Uba Sani on Monday announced the reduction of school fees in state-owned tertiary institutions, slashing them by 50% as part of palliative measures to reduce the effect of fuel subsidy removal, which has led to the high cost of living in the country. While speaking at a committee meeting, the governor said that the reduction of the tuition fees was in response to the public outcry over the current fees being charged by tertiary institutions in the state and its effect on school enrollment and retention. I think this is, kudos to Governor Uba Sani. I mean, this is what we need to see, immediate effect on the palliatives. I mean, look at that. We have the Kaduna State University. The fee was 150,000. Now it's reduced by 30%. Now it's now 105, and so on. Nuhu Bamali Polytechnic. It was 100,000. Now it's 50,000 naira. But that's what we need to see in governance. Over to you, Ayo.
We must celebrate the governors who are doing a lot in terms of trying to alleviate the sufferings of their people based on the fuel subsidy removal, even though the federal government hasn't done anything, conclusive or anything significant. Look at what happened in Kwara State. Look at what happened in Shomolu in Lagos State. Yes. When this announcement of the 5 billion naira palliatives, by the way, 52% is a grant, 48% the governors will pay back. I said it was abysmal. It wasn't anything to write home about because it's going to create more chaos than support. Look at what happened in Shomolu. Irrespective of the government's position, that is disgraceful. It shows and demonstrates the reality of the people. How many bags of rice do in words like that? Okay, they eat today. What happens tomorrow? It's not enough. And so I think it creates more problem than any solution.
Well said. We'll take our final story. Residents in Kano on Monday staged a protest at a government house over alleged plot to influence the verdict of governorship election petition tribunal. Flora Azinge, the chairperson of the state's National and State's Houses of Assembly Election Petition Tribunal, had raised the alarm that some lawyers were attempting to bribe judges to influence the verdict of the court. Azinge alleged that money had been flying around the tribunal and warned that nobody should approach her with money or collect any financial inducement on her behalf, despite warnings by the state's police commissioner that protests over the tribunal sitting in the state had been banned. Residents trooped out in defiance. We talked about that. All eyes on the judiciary.
And I think for all those that are saying, the billboard shouldn't have gone up, isn't it sad that you can hear such a thing, that somebody is saying they want to bribe the judiciary? I have to just repeat, I saw the protest yesterday in Kano apt. The judiciary must stand tall in this country. All eyes on the judiciary is not even only about election petition. It's about how they judge business cases and other cases in Nigeria. All eyes on the Nigerian judiciary. Do well. I will praise you.
All right. Well,
this is Bod TV Bod. In case the first time you come here, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more uploads.